everybody. As is set up the stream. So
Immediately blame me. Good.
But we're off to a good start. Sorry, the intro music. I love it. Just sit here.
That's why we're late. We've just been sat there for the last 3 minutes listening to that.
Hope you're all doing very, very well.
That's my team.
That is your team. This is my team. I haven't actually... Can you go on my points for this game week? Because I haven't looked. If you are a regular watcher of mine, you'll know that I try and avoid looking at my team as much as possible throughout the week. And I've already seen that Trippier's on 1 point. So we're doing very, very well. 62 points in total, which I'm pretty happy with, actually. Foden with 12. If I didn't own Foden, I would... after losing the old... hat-trick, missed out on the hat-trick against Brentford a couple of weeks ago. I feel like I'm glad that I own him.
You've done well with that, because I'm stubborn. Like, occasionally there's a player who I miss a hat-trick, I'm like, right, not getting them.
I had massive fear of missing out.
Yeah.
I was stressing. But I haven't really been... I've been in Essex. We've kind of been here, there and everywhere, haven't we? So I missed out on quite a bit of football this week. But I'm glad. The team looks pretty healthy. How are you getting on this week?
Worse than you. We both had Trippier. We're so unlucky with that. The difference, I think, between a lot of people this week has been the goalkeeper, because Areola's done well, Dubravka's done well.
If Dal is in the chat, Dal told me to bench Areola, and look what's happened.
I know.
7 points
Listening to
versus
Dal,
13.
this is what happens.
The FPL king.
Areola, Dubravka and Kelleher, all the cheapest goalkeepers, have all returned. And mugs like me with Martinez... Or, you go for someone else trying to be a bit clever, you get absolutely ruined.
Yeah,
so
a bit of a tough one,
that's the difference between our teams. The rest of our team is pretty similar.
We were with my family yesterday, and as knows, I'd rather not have any updates about FPL if I'm like busy. And then we were sitting at the table and you just went, Gordon goal. I was like, yes! I had no idea about Trippier, the whole Areola situation, but Gordon scoring, absolutely fantastic.
Well, I did say to you at one point, I was like, did you play Areola? And you said no, and I went, okay.
I will not say anymore.
I'm not going to ruin this weekend.
In the chat this evening, we have got Graham Miller. Hello. FPL Semi-Casual. Good evening. Lovely to have you here. We've got Geddy. We've got Dan the Man. Steve says, I've got 59 with 3 Arsenal left. I've raised transfer Trippier out. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I was thinking of transferring out Trippier this game week. But I was going to bring in Senesi. And I'm glad that I didn't.
Oh.
So at least I rolled a transfer, which is very rare for me. So I've got 2 free transfers going into Gameweek 28, which I'm
really impressed with that. I mean, because you were talking about Son, weren't you? But who'd you bench? Because you were like, I'm going to do Hwang to Son. And I was like,
for a hit.
I just don't know who you bench. And then it would have
me.
been Gordon, wouldn't it?
Palmer, I think. Palmer was who I was discussing.
Oh,
I know, but then...
I wouldn't have felt good about that.
I was worried because Chelsea were coming off the back, obviously playing over 100 minutes against Liverpool, then playing midweek, and then I thought it wasn't going to have the legs. But this is the joy. I was away. I was with family, and I just completely out of FPL. So then I was like,
if you'd benched Palmer, I don't think I could have bared to have looked at the highlights, because Palmer could have gone.
He got man of the match.
Crazy. Yeah. I mean, Brentford were, without me playing and without Ben
you
playing,
were playing
and without. Oh dear.
Top banter.
Top banter.
Semi-Casual says, Man United family captained Haaland, tactical genius. Nice one.
Worst of every world. One crappy return from Haaland and a massive loss.
Foden has a 15 after bonus. Yeah, absolutely delighted.
Question for you.
Go on, hit me.
Should we be thinking about captaining Foden?
Yeah, absolutely. Easy. I did. I quite often in my videos, I actually forget to even discuss captaincy, and I'm just like, oh yeah, by the way, Captain So-so. This week was the first time ever I spoke in detail about captaining Saka, Watkins, or Haaland.
Who'd you go for? Oh, Haaland.
Yeah, because I was like, even after discussing all these great reasons not to go for him, bam,
I've got a stat for you.
Oh, go on.
Look this up. Come prepared for these streams. So Haaland has 1 double-digit return in his last 9 starts.
But when he gets the next one...
But that is poor for a player we're captaining every week.
When he gets the next one...
But he has blanked only twice.
I mean, I'm glad he scored, but at the moment, the bar is quite low. Like, just wanting that attacking return. If I wanted that, I'd go for a Watkins or a Saka. Whereas Haaland's got that high ceiling.
It's interesting with Watkins, though, because Watkins was always the player with the low floor. But lately, he's been the one hitting the big, 13 to 17 points, fairly regularly. So I think like you on Black Box, we were talking about captains, and I thought with Watkins, with Palmer, he was in the consideration as well. With Son, I thought there was lots of good options. in the end, I went for Haaland as well. I think Saka captainers are going to be very confident.
Some would say feasting.
Because surely he's gonna get a 10-pointer again against Sheffield United, surely.
You would have thought so. I mean, he's on what, his 4th double-digit haul of the season in a row?
Yeah, I think he's got 4 in 5, and then the 9 is almost a double-digit. So he's
round it up, people.
Effectively got 5 in 5.
Graham says I benched Gordon. That's an unlucky one. Gordon at home though. That's just all I spout about really with Gordon, but at home he's completely different. Geddy says, we've set 67 with 3 Arsenal left.
Whoa,
Green arrow up to
massive.
25k. Well done, that is amazing.
Can you move that overlay up to the top?
Why, yes I can.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Oh no. Bye everyone.
Put that one back down. That's it. Bye everyone.
That was short and sweet. Evening both of you. Any of you thinking hitting the wildcard button after coming game week? You already played yours as. You haven't, have you?
Oh
You've
no.
still got yours.
No, I've used my bench boost spikes, but not the wildcard.
I'm not actually. I'm gonna try and hold out until at least game week 30, I think. What about you?
Yeah, free hit in 29 for me. So no need to play the wildcard yet. So I'll play that after. I need to actually see how my team is looking in game week 30. Because I'll probably be playing the wildcard either then or 31.
I put mine into FPL team the other day and I was like, I regret this because I'm not set up well for the future and I don't like thinking about that.
I think you're going to free hit in 29 as well, aren't you?
I think I have to.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Whether we want to or not, if we got 4 players.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one to be in. We've got, what was I going
Loads of
to
people
say?
in the chat. Hi, Rob.
Alex saying, I feel so dirty as a Man United fan that I benefited from having Haaland as captain and also Foden my team. It's so difficult, isn't it, when you have your team loyalties versus your FPL team. I was praying for a Tony goal yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I've always I really, really want Chelsea to win this, but I really want a Tony goal. Yeah, I mean, Brighton, we're just getting thrashed every week now, so might as well get some consolation.
Yeah. Also, if you are watching the stream, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I've started channel memberships, which I'm really excited about. I've got I think the second tier is like behind the scenes kind of on Instagram, like me reacting to things as they go, which is fun. We just did our first video, didn't we? It was just
was that for that?
Yeah. Yeah, just started vlogging in my life.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Tony's in the chat. Good evening, Tony. Your intro music makes me think of holidays on the beach with a cocktail. That is exactly what we like to picture ahead of the stream.
I didn't even drink that. Budweiser's horrible.
Do you want to have some of my brew dog?
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome. Phil's in the chat. Good evening.
So much nicer.
Is Solanke's sub? I wish. Well, I don't. You hate them. Is Solanke's sub anything to do with injury? I don't know. He's kind of been up and down because he went down in the City game, was rested in the cup, and then he's been back. He was obviously flagged. I didn't see the game, so I would have thought he just got brought off early.
Maybe 2-0 up. The game was won. There was a few minutes left. It was like he was getting subbed at 60, 70 minutes. He was getting subbed right at the end of the game. He's fine. He was always going to be fine, and I'm so annoyed because I know a few people benched him. The injury put people off buying him. And I didn't buy him for that reason. I know. I was like, right, if he can get me a goal or 2 in this, my rank's going to shoot up. And blanks against Burnley. Oh, so frustrating.
Kieran says, I may not win FPL this year, but I'm gunning for the top of the Yellow League. Joint 4th now. We should look at the Yellow League because I glance and I just get lower and lower each time.
198.
Oh, wait, or is it
you
the
got loads in the Yellow League.
Hold on. Where... Yeah, that one. I've got one with Ellie as well, which is the Yelly League.
Yeah, that's really confusing. Yeah.
Here we go. Let's get
You might need to rename that as the Elena League.
Yeah, that would make more sense. Oh, wow. Decent team. We've got Son already. Got Bowen. Did you have Bowen last game week? Transferred him in this week. This is Kieran. 4th in the Yellow League.
Yeah, nice.
And then still got Gabriel and Saka to go. Very, very, very well set up. Don't you hate it when we look at other people's teams? I'm like, oh.
Honestly, I feel like I'm the only person without a goalkeeper return.
You are?
And I benched Kelleher. It's so frustrating.
It is really annoying. Unfortunately, to rub it in, really good timing.
Cheers, Phil. Yeah, good.
Finally made the right goalkeeper decision. Played Areola with Dubravka on the bench.
Yeah.
Are either of you avoiding free hit in 29? Nope. We're going free hit, aren't we? We've got no other choice.
I think so. I mean,
got nothing left.
Yeah, got nothing left. If I could get 7 out without a hit, I'd probably do it. I can't. Like, I'd be on a -8 to get 6 or 7 out. Like, that chip's going to be worth 20, 30 points, and I'd rather just bank those.
Yeah.
And then
I do need to start planning ahead. I think that's what it's taught me for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I do need a chip strategy as much as I try.
Well, I think if last week we'd gone for, we both went for Hwang. Maybe if we'd gone for Bowen or a Louise or a Bailey or someone, and then this week maybe we took a hit, bought in an extra Bournemouth defence. I don't know if we'd prepped for it, but I'd kind of decided.
I was going to take a hit this week for Senesi, and then he went.
No, I know that is
early. Ooh.
That is incredible. That is. I mean, everyone was worried about him getting a yellow card and being on 9 yellows, and he ends up playing and not getting booked, but goes off with a hamstring injury. I mean, that is bad luck if you brought him in.
I mean, there's been a question here: will you transfer potentially unfit Solanke for -4 Semenyo without any hit? I'd probably go. I don't think I'd wait to see if there's any news on Solanke, but I don't think he is.
Well, you won't need
unfit.
a hit. You won't need a hit.
I'm guessing this is for their team.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I probably would go for Solanke from -4. What do you think?
I think you need Solanke for this.
I think he's a really
double.
good asset, even if it wasn't a double game week. I mean, I've been toing and froing with Solanke, and I've got the worst luck with him.
Sheffield United and Luton.
Yeah, too good to avoid.
You got to have him. I would definitely make sure I had Solanke in place.
Oh, John says his knee is heavily strapped.
Yeah, he's played today 90 minutes. Like, he'll be fine. They need him. Like, he's the most important player for them. They're not safe from relegation, or they're doing okay. Two games that would put them massively up the table. He'll play those games, I'm sure.
Oh, Delia said, hi Delia. Delia, that's so unfortunate. Hopefully, it's his hamstring, isn't it?
I so nearly bought him in for a hit.
Same.
Because I had a Stupinan, and I was like, I don't want to play him. And I had Doty, and I was like, I don't really want to play him against Villa. And so I nearly did a Stupinan to Senesi for a hit. And then I thought, you know what? I'll play Doty. He might get something. And he did. And finally, a good decision.
We've got a few questions. FPL Cortex says, Captain Foden, woohoo. Nice one. 82 points to Gabriel Saka.
That's not a question. That's just rubbing it in.
I know, but I saw a question, then I saw FPL Cortex, and I thought, you know what? Even if we're not doing as well, let's
82
celebrate
points.
Else.
Fantastic.
Do you think it's worth a -4 to bring in Neto for Flecken? Yeah, why not? Saying the person that never does goalkeeper transfers. What do you think?
I really want Neto, but again, if you're not planning on free hitting in 29, you're getting rid of a goalkeeper with a game in 29 in Flecken. So it depends on
hits. I hate the phrase team dependent, but hits are so team dependent. Because when people say should I take a -4 to bring in, I don't know, say Solanke. But then if the rest of your team's absolutely stacked, probably not. But
I think Neto's a great pick, though. I think if you've got another if you've got Areola on the bench, then yes, because he's obviously got the game as well. If you're playing on free hitting, then yes, because you don't need to worry about it. But if you're not, then I think Flecken's arguably the best goalkeeper because it's Burnley. So hope that helps.
Jammer says move Trippier for a Bournemouth defender or Doty. This is the exact scenario I'm in, and at the moment I think I'm leaning more towards Bournemouth because I want to chase the fixtures. As much as I really like Doty as an asset, and I was saying to you today, I feel a bit jealous about him, and I think he could get those attacking returns as seen this weekend. But when we had City and Liverpool doubling up, I went against the decent, or what I thought were the better fixtures, and kind of went all in City. And actually, I think I probably should have chased the fixtures. Does that make sense? So I think I'm leaning more towards a Bournemouth defender, but you probably disagree as a...
Well, again, it's very team dependent because Luton have got a double and a fixture in 29. So if you're looking to not free hit in 29, I think Doherty is probably the priority because you're going to get the double from him anyway. He's got the attacking threat, and then he goes into the game in 29.
Yeah.
If you're free hitting in 29, then I think Bournemouth defenders are the better ones to go for because they've got the better double. So yeah, is that helpful?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
I know it's a bit of a cheap answer. Like it's all about your team dependent. But,
but it is.
If you're looking at it for 2 weeks, then you go for Luton. If you're looking at it for 1 week, you go Bournemouth.
We need to have a moment of appreciation, as pointed out by Nigel the Crab. Nigel, also thank you for joining channel memberships. The Instagram story is loading. It's ready. Can we please take a moment to acknowledge Az's picks this week? Your picks, firstly, it wasn't even just one was quite niche. They were all so niche, and then they all returned, and I don't know how you've done it.
Werner, Jackson and Clivert. For the 3 players I picked on the stream, all score.
How?
I don't know. That never happens.
It's absolutely insane.
And then I have a crap fantasy week, and it doesn't even make any difference to my team.
Your draft team should be so much better with these random picks that you come up with.
I know. I don't have any of those three in that either.
No, but you'll have some shorts incoming, won't you, to highlight?
Swim shorts.
Oh, you're so old. Oh, nice. FPL Cortex. I'm doing KDB to Bowen next week. I like that pick. Going to bring in Morris instead of Solanke as I'm not free hitting in 29.
Yeah, I'd do the same, I think.
Should I captain Solanke in double game week 28? I think... Yeah, I mean, that's where I am at the moment. But I think I'll probably see how he gets on in 27. Because he has had... You've got Solanke, haven't you? If I look at his game week history, I mean, whenever I transfer him out, so I transferred him out a game week 18 when he got 17, brought him back in probably around 21 or 22, then transferred him out in game week 25.
You are... I was so confident about Solanke this week because you didn't own him.
Yeah.
I've owned him for 2 weeks and he's got 2s twice. So...
Yeah. I think I'd probably put the captaincy on him. Those fixtures are just too good. Sheffield United and Luton.
He will, if he plays in both of those, he will score. Well, he'll score in both games. I'm sure he will. They're two
or he'll
brilliant
go down
fixtures.
in the warm up.
Oh, yeah. It's a tricky week if you don't go for Solanke. Like if we come over to 29.
If you come over.
Everyone
gather around the screen.
Like who'd you go for? Because Man City and Liverpool are playing each other, so that kind of ruins those two. Spurs and Villa, I mean, there's probably going to be goals in that, but it's there's still two good teams playing against each other. Arsenal, Brentford, I mean, Saka's probably a good pick.
You can back someone that will be playing 180 minutes.
Well, exactly. Yeah, unless he goes down in the warm up. I mean, FPL Cortex. I'm triple captaining Solanke. I think
I am jealous of the people that still have triple captainships.
I was very jealous of that, but there is a little bit of worry, isn't there, with that knee now? I don't know. There's a bit of concern. Would I be using it?
But when else would you use it? Would you hold out until another double?
I see. It is such a good double. Yeah,
I think they're the two fixtures.
I'd probably use it. I'd probably use it.
Delia says, I had Neto almost all season. It wasn't that disastrous. Also, this week's 8 points were great. Well, that is good.
It's been a really good pick. He must be near the top of the goalkeeper standings.
Yeah, definitely. Was going to ship Foden for Son this week, but now I don't know. It's too bad fixtures, but then it looks great. Decisions. This is a really tricky one because didn't Focal do Foden to Son? But he was
this
thinking,
week?
I think so.
Did he?
I feel like I saw it. Check his Twitter.
Oh.
I think it was Focal.
Oh,
but he
Focal.
was saying in long term, it's probably going to pay off. Son is definitely one that I'm nervous about not owning. I do want to bring him into the team as soon as possible, but I think I'm trying to be a bit more reserved with the hits because every time I take a hit, it's bad.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
But he says it's too bad fixtures, but then it looks great. I mean, now that I'm a recent, fresh Foden owner, I just never want to transfer him out. I've had such a good time. They've got Liverpool away, then obviously blank, and then Arsenal. But I mean, Son in the meantime, especially for that blank game at 29, if you're not free hitting, it's a very, very tempting one to go for. I mean, I'll be taking out Hwang for Son, but then I've got such a benching headache. Oh. Honestly, FPL.
Well, you might want to bench one of your City players, maybe even this week, which is always a risk. I don't know which Haaland or Foden. I don't know which one you bench out of those two. But...
At the moment, I'd rather do Haaland.
No, actually, you bench Tony, don't you?
No, I'm gonna have Solanke.
Tony to Solanke and Hwang to Son.
Where is Chelsea away?
Yeah, maybe.
Easy.
You probably bench Gordon. Yeah.
As did Sam from FPL Family is having the same goalkeeper crisis as you.
Oh, let's have a look. Me and Sam this year with goalkeepers. It's just been absolutely awful.
It's been a tricky one.
Sam. I mean, I assume Sam got it wrong.
She's away in Orlando. She's having a great time.
She did. She benched Martinez. She benched Areola for Mars. That's even worse than mine. She's only on 36 points this week. No Foden.
Who's she got left though? Saka, Saliba. I mean, this is Sam. She'll get like a Saliba hat trick or something.
That is not a good week for Sam though.
Which is unusual because Sam normally absolutely smashes it.
She benched Palmer as well. Wow. I've caught up 30 points on Sam this week.
Coming in hot. Delia agrees. Good picks, especially suggesting Jackson and Werner.
Thank you, Delia.
Salah says, I'm on 71 points with Gabriel and Erdegaard left to play. Had Areola and I can never say it.
Me and Joe on the Q&A were just calling it Zebedee.
Someone called out your pronunciation for something on the Q&A, and I was like, of all the ones for you to pick up, that one was fine. I can't remember what it was.
It must be Zabani, right? Zabba. Zabani.
I don't know if it was like you put emphasis on the barn.
Zabani.
Anyway.
It could be Zabani.
Thoughts on Game Week 28 bench boost? Areola, Maddison, Gabriel, Trippier, injured out.
Well, you can't. I don't like it.
I'm not a fan of Trippier.
Do you know what though? Areola's got Burnley, Maddison's got Villa, Gabriel's got Brentford. You do you obviously have to get rid of Trippier. So you can bring in pretty much any defender. You turn that into another Bournemouth defender.
Bada bing, bada boom, you've got a bench boost.
Little Zebedee.
Chai's in the chat. Good evening, Chai. Hey. I was saying when I did the stream with Mira earlier this week, I was feeling so confident about not having Kwang last week. And then I was like, I watched Chai's live stream. He hasn't got him either. Like, good to go. Came downstairs, you'll bring him in. And I was like, oh, great. I'm going to do it as well. So that went.
He was right.
Yeah.
Listen to FPL Chai, not me. That's the...
Delia's transferred, Ray's transferred KDB to Son. I think that's the best way to go. Also with KDB, I know he did start today, but I think he's still a bit of a benching risk. So it's a lot of money.
I was very worried having sold him a few weeks ago. I thought he could do well in this game. He played all right today, but had a couple of bad shots. Didn't really look himself. He's an easy sell, I think.
Yeah. I've got 9-point Kelleher on my bench. I ride as well tomorrow.
Same, my friend. Bloody Kelleher. I'm so angry about that.
It's not easy. Nigel the Crab, 61 points for Saka and Gabriel still to play. Oh, and it's Zabani. You do put emphasis on the barn.
You're right, Zabani. Okay.
Thank you. We have a team ID, Alex Marmon. And then should we go through your team afterwards?
If we have to.
He says this. He opened up a little tab and he was like, I've got my team up so we can discuss it. And you can't deny it. Van Dijk in defence. I really, really like that. Gabriel Dalisic. God, what a nice week. De Bruyne's
look at that though. Another goalkeeper. Kaminsky instead of Areola.
See, at least this is helpful. At least you're not the only one.
I'm not. I don't want to be that guy.
You are that guy.
But I cannot understand why you played Kaminsky when you have Douglas Luiz and Watkins, and Villa were always going to score. That seems a double Luton defence. I don't know. I think it's not helpful in any way, but that was an error.
Well, thank you, Mr. Hindsight. I have 2 free transfers to Game Week 28 and aim to avoid the free hit for 29. What do you think of Haaland, KDB and Gordon out for Slanky, Bone and Son?
Yeah.
I'm into it. Gordon I do feel reluctant about because I really, really like him. And then obviously going without Haaland, it's a risk.
It's away at Liverpool, isn't it? It's the only game you're losing him for.
Yeah, it's not the worst. And if you've got an easy route to get him back, I think go for it. I really like those transfers.
Yeah, same.
I am in. Selling Foden for Son was not a good move by me. It might pay off long term. Give it a few game weeks. Although Foden has been on fire recently.
Foden did it.
Finally, my captain is killing it. 30 points with Son and Romero for -8. Still got 92 points. Oh my. That's ridiculous. So -8 still on 92.
Foden captain. I mean, the thing with Haaland is he missed a 0.86 or 8.7 expected goal.
Even
today.
The commentators were like, what was that?
I know. Like he scores that and then we're not worried, but yeah, with just 6 points it's very poor.
We've got Magista's team ID and I don't know why you're asking us for advice when you have just had such a good game week, but we will give our thoughts. 92, that's insane. Haaland for Morris and captain him maybe. Bring him back for Slanking Game Week 30. What do you think, guys? Haaland for Morris is quite bold, but I'm into it.
Haaland for Morris? It seems like such a ridiculous transfer, but
parallel universe. Yeah, because Palace's defence and Bournemouth both leaky. Yeah, I think go for it. I think that's a fun way to play.
Yeah.
Foden Barkley is my plan this week, but now I'm unsure given his recent form. You don't have Barkley, do you?
No, I do like Barkley though.
Oh no, I got rid of your team.
Typical.
How rude.
Typical.
How rude.
Yeah, just go back.
Bananas in pyjamas. What a name.
Go back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, there he is. Go on, talk us through it, Az.
So I completely messed up the goalkeeper. To be honest, I didn't really give Kelleher that much thought. I thought Forest would score.
I did. I was convinced.
Yeah, and I thought Villa had a better chance for clean sheet. And it has been pointed out to me that stats favoured Kelleher, but I don't know. I just didn't go with it, and it was a disaster. Trippier with 1 is just really frustrating because obviously they got the clean sheet and he went off at 50 minutes. And like,
it's always the way as well when they've been so poor defensively.
And it's things like that because, you know, if I'd got that goalkeeper right and Trippier got the 6, I'd be on a big green arrow. You know, that's what, 5 and an extra 8. That's like 14 points. It's massive. One thing I did get right though, which I'm really happy with, was I was going to sell with Stupinan, like I said earlier, for Senesi for a hit. And in the end, I just played Doty. And, you know, Senesi got 1, -4, -3. That's 8 points that I kind of saved myself not doing that move. So happy with that. Bought in Son. He did all right. Then Foden, Palmer, Haaland, Watkins, everyone's got. Yeah. So nothing exciting
there. That was one thing. I feel relief now when Foden scores and I've got him. But I'm not like, woo.
It's a bit dull. Yeah. This is what someone, because I really want him on the wall because he's obviously always been one of my favourite players. But he's kind of not having, like, all the people on my wall have had major impacts on my season, you know? And Foden's doing well.
Team-wise.
Exactly. Yeah. Foden, the best he's done for me is that hat-trick when it nearly ruined a holiday. And it feels a bit harsh to stick him on the wall.
Yeah, but that was make or break for our relationship. We're still
and
going.
We came through, so that's nice. Anyway, but yeah, those kind of 4 I think everyone's got: Foden, Palmer, Haaland, Watkins, and then I really just wanted Solanke to do something because like I said, I thought he'd be a bit of a differential, and he wasn't. So overall, I'm currently on a very, very small green arrow. I think if Saka goes ballistic tomorrow, then it'll be red. Average week. 144 watching. Wow,
thanks everyone. As Delia has said, where is she? Drop the stream a like, guys. They always deliver and bring us some joy even when we've had a bad game week. Thank you, Delia, that's very kind. We've got some members in the chat as well. Laura, thank you so much for joining. Hi Eleanor and Az. 50 points so far, but I benched Ariana and Doty.
Oh no.
I feel like this season is so savage with benching.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a benching story from this
I will
season.
say though, Laura, if you benched...
Your voice cracked then.
It did, because I'm passionate. If you benched Areola for Dubravka or Leno or another keeper that did well, you're not welcome.
Why are you being savage to my members?
If you benched Areola... Okay, you are welcome, but less welcome.
Hold on. I can rectify this. We've been here before. Right.
I mean, to be honest, that's what the people want anyway.
That's the same joke you made last time I did that.
Yeah. Do you think it landed this time?
Maybe. Let us know in the chat.
Well, did you watch Black Box with all the Harvey Barnes banter on the last one? No.
Go on.
It's not funny if you explain it.
Okay. Everyone catch up on Black Box. Niall is also in the chat. Evening all. Hope you're all well. Hope you're well, Niall. We have got where. Here we go. Are we done with your team? Gosh, you've got such a low team ID.
I know.
3665.
No, 69 though.
Jesus Christ.
The context of that is I had the idea of 69.
7854. Hang by Fred. I just love team names. What do you think of Raya to Kaminsky and Foden to Bowen for a -4? Ooh, Foden to Bowen makes me nervous, but it's set up well for 29, isn't it?
Oh, Raya to Kaminsky. Raya's got a decent home game.
Sheffield
I don't know. For a -4? I don't think I'd do it for a -4.
I think I'm apprehensive about doing -4s for defenders, let alone goalkeepers.
Foden to Bowen for free. Even that. I don't know. I don't really like those moves, Alex. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't do them. Foden to Bowen for free, maybe, because that gets you the extra fixture, but I wouldn't do Raya out. You're doing Raya to Kaminsky for a hit. I don't think Luton get a clean sheet in those 2 games. Bournemouth and Palace. They're not easy.
No. Can I just say, Nigel the Crab, thank you so much. Gifted 5 yellow FPL memberships.
How does that work? Who gets them? Does it just
I think it's the next people that comment, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is exciting. Thanks so much, Nigel. Really appreciate it. And welcome, team. The members are flying. This is wild.
Alex has got one now, and he wasn't one of the first people to comment.
Well, I don't know.
No, he was. No. I'm confused.
We'll figure it out. Everyone's welcome. Can you imagine if someone was in here and they were like, I'm going to subscribe for a second just to give us some abuse. They got a membership.
Yeah. Well, look, because Eddie was the third to comment.
And Delia.
But they didn't.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. I'm afraid.
Must just be random for those those watching.
Yeah, I guess so. Hi, Az and Yells. 76 points, but once subtracted is 68 points. Sun captain. Wish I went Watkins, but oh well. 3 left to play. Saliba, Gabriel, and Saka. Yeah, I think we've all kind of looked and gone, Watkins would have been a good choice. But
Zabadrik was funny. He posted a little bit earlier just saying, because obviously we're talking about Zabarnyi. Zabarnyi? Is that what we're going with? Where is his comment? It's... Oh, I can't even see it now. It was
now you're panicking because everyone's looking.
There you go. Don't try to pronounce my name. Just call me Parry because it's very similar to Zabarnyi.
I have Az gets really annoyed because my name's obviously Yelena, but people pronounce it incorrectly, and Az will immediately be like, "It's Yelena." I just let it go. I'm like, "Oh, call me whatever."
Well, I think when it's your own name and people keep calling you it's you don't want to keep correcting them. Well, I feel like it's like kind of my duty to be like, it's Yelena. Because if I was constantly mispronouncing someone's name, I'd want to be told. But if you're being told by the person, I don't know, it feels a bit...
Oh, John. Rose ineligible versus Brentford, FYI.
Oh,
that changes everything.
Oh, of course, he's on loan, isn't he?
He's on loan.
I've completely forgot about that. Yeah, great. Then I think...
-4.
Raya to Kaminsky is on, isn't it?
Thanks,
John.
On.
Completely forgot about
Delia comes in with the knowledge the gift membership goes randomly. That's fun. Eddie says, I hope Senesi will be okay this week. He went off injured. My team ID. 1, 2, 8.
Got all the blues you've got, all the members now.
All the members. Thanks, guys. It's like being in a club. I bet you who to get this week. 1.5 million in the bank. 1 free.
Oh, Senesi. That's unlucky.
I would be tempted maybe to do... I quite like Trippier to Doty to set you up nicely for 29. But I actually really like the team. I think if I had this team, I'd roll because my team's going to be very similar to this. I just won't have Son, but I'm going to be doing Tony to Slanky.
I don't think you need to roll. I think you bring in a Luton defender, like you said. I think you do Trippier to Doty, right? Because that gets you the extra player and lets you attack this double game week a little bit more.
Oh, look, you had to go at Alex for his goalkeeper choice. Now he's had to come out and justify it.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Alex.
Your words, see? It's all justified.
Wait, that wasn't even Alex, was it? He wasn't the one with the goalkeeper transfer.
No, before when you went, well, you went for Kaminsky and blah, and you went off on a rant. What we'll do after the stream's done is I'll rewind it, make us watch it, and then an apology will be forthcoming.
Sure.
Laura has given us her team ID. Obviously,
we're going to know.
A member perk. Team reviews.
We're going to know if... see, Netta, she can't complain. Get out, Laura.
Yeah, thank goodness you did get points with your keeper, unlike anyone that went Martinez.
Ugh.
We've got Saliba, Trippier, Gabriel. Our double Arsenal defence is always lovely to see. Barkley, De Bruyne, Saka, Rodrigo. Nice, Rodri. Yeah. And then Watkins, Slanky, Haaland. This is such a fun team because it's different. I really, really like it. Really and then Doty. God, yeah.
Really well set up with Barkley, with Doty, with Solanke and Neto all in place already.
Such a strong position.
You do Trippier to another Bournemouth defender and you've got pretty much the best players. You're going to see a massive green this week with those.
Yeah. No, really, really set up.
Yeah, like it. Good team.
And then a lot of flexibility in the future as well with Estupiñán. What's your views? What's happening with Estupiñán?
Well, we are rubbish.
Yeah.
So even if he was a guaranteed starter, he's a sell, and he's not. So he's an easy sell. Our fixtures are so difficult. We've got Forest at home next, which we'll concede in like 100%, and then it's a blank. And then I think we play like the rest of our games are teams in the top 10. I don't think we have like another good game this season. That might be complete rubbish. Let me just check. So it's okay. We've got Brentford away, Arsenal. Okay, we've got Burnley, but Chelsea, Bournemouth, Villa, Newcastle, Man United, and City to be rearranged.
Where do you think you're going to finish in the table?
10th to 12th.
You know what's really sad? If Chelsea got 10th, I'd be like, woo.
Yeah, I think there's a few games we can nick points in here. I think we'll surprise someone. So whether it's United or Arsenal, like we did last year, or Liverpool, because we tend to step up in those games, and then we'll probably lose to Burnley away or something. But we'll still pick up a couple of points. But you can't recommend a Brighton player with those fixtures. Like they're worse than you thought, aren't they? They are really bad,
really tough.
It's just Burnley, like Burnley away and maybe Brentford. The rest of teams, like they'd expect us to lose.
Yeah.
And we probably will.
It's a sad time.
Yeah.
John says, hi Yelena, my game week is so far rubbish. Took a -8 and Senesi is now injured. Oh, it's unfortunate. Have you got any other players to go though? Let us know in the chat. Delia, you had your name mispronounced for ages. It was thanks to Black Boss, wasn't it? You corrected.
Yeah,
you
after
set the record
years,
straight.
after like 2 years of being our favourite moderator, you finally came out. And now I'm similar with your name, as I feel very protective of Delia. So whenever I'm on a stream and someone says, "Oh, Delia," I'm like, Delia.
Gareth says, thought your name was pronounced Lena. Yeah, I get that quite a lot.
Lena, that's quite...
Nigel. My name is Nigel the Crab, pronounced Simon. Do you remember when Nigel gave us his team ID and I thought it was the wrong team?
Yeah,
and I was
like,
like,
Simon. Nigel, what was it I started calling you when because I when Nigel joined the Black Box memberships, I actually gave him the wrong number, so he started messaging someone who wasn't me, and then I had him in my phone as like, what was it? I can't remember what the name was, but it was just like Clive or something, and I was like, oh, sorry about that, Clive, and you were like, Clive? It's like, I'm Nigel the Crab, like known as Simon.
That's so funny. That's so you.
So stupid.
Where were we once? You introduced someone with the complete wrong name, but you did it really confidently.
That could be any time in my life.
I think it was an FPL meetup or something, and we were like giggling to ourselves.
Tony, that was it. Tony.
Close enough. Oh, there you go. A little bit of praise. We should listen to Black Box podcast earlier.
Clivert. He's the one.
Rupert, did you see Sky Fantasy? Keir Starmer was on it.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny, and it was so Andrew Mensah, the kind of host of that. He's always in the green room when I go down to the FPL show.
Oh,
so so I always see him, and we have a little laugh. He's really, really funny. I'd like to go see it because he does stand up.
Oh, we should go.
Yeah, we should go. He's really funny.
Maybe you could book something in the theatre. We'll turn up on the wrong day and we'll accidentally get tickets. If anyone wants to know that story, hang on till the end, because as arranged, a great Valentine's Day.
We talked about it, didn't we? Did we talk about the last one of these?
I don't think so. I think you put it on your Instagram story.
Oh dear.
Anyway, that's one for later. Jason says, "Hi guys, planning to roll next week, but don't know who to bench." Oh, I love a benching headache. Because whatever you choose, it will be wrong.
Yep.
686 473, and then we'll get to Nigel's as well. 70 points so far. Very nicely done. Okay, double new Arsenal defence, lovely. Reguilon, Neto, Saka, Foden, Snakey Taylor, Doughty.
Nice team.
Yeah. In terms of benching, who have Brentford got?
Arsenal away.
Yeah, I'd probably bench Reguilon.
Well, you bring Doughty in for the double, and you play Saliba and Gabriel, and then you bring Solanke in for Neto. I think. Because I think Wolves without a striker, that is, they're not going to score many.
No. What's happened to Neto now as well?
Yeah, why is he flagged?
Oh no, hamstring.
Oh God, only played 45.
Drama. Well, it turns out no one won with the Wolves transfers. And then we've got Nigel. For context, I've already taken a -8. You're a maverick, Nigel. For Doty, Watkins and Bowen for 28. I don't have a free hit to use in 29, so I'm having to hoover up some hits. If you do them all in 1 week, they don't really count. 10470461. Oh, great.
You've broken it. Cheers, Tony.
That was funny.
What's your, it's interesting because if anyone's wondering, with Nigel, the Crab's team, he lost access to his account, so that's why the rank is so low. Like, you're still trying to play, like, obviously you're still like trying. What are you hoping to, like, where are you hoping to get to? What would be if you were 10 million at this point, where would you want to finish to think you had a good season?
Fun. I think top million. Because it seems like a lot of places to climb, but there must be so many dead teams.
I don't think you couldn't get from 10 million to the top million.
Then halve it at 5 million.
Yeah, I think that's more realistic.
First.
Yeah. Win it.
Nigel, don't let him
Nigel, if you win it,
not winning.
If you win it, then yeah, fair enough. 9 million.
At this rate, 9 million, yeah.
I think 5 million would be like the best you could do. I think if you could come sort of 7 or 8 million, then that would be pretty decent.
I've been 10.3 for blooming ever. Laura said, regarding my defence, would you suggest prioritising getting rid of Trippier over Estupinian to bring a Bournemouth defender? To be fair, actually, I think I'd probably take out Estupinian just because I still have blind faith in Trippier that he could get attacking returns. Obviously, we need to watch the injury situation, calf injury. I'm sure that'll be fine. in my non-medical expertise. But maybe, and especially with Brighton's run.
This is both huge problems.
The only thing that I think leans, because I'm taking out Trippier first, is just the money.
Yeah.
It'll give me the
I thought you were doing the money. Like...
The money, no, I've got an itchy wrist.
Like, money!
Start doing actions for the stream. But your team's really well set up, so you probably don't need to really worry about finances too much. So I guess the Stupinian is the priority.
Yeah, I think if Trippier's out, then you take him out. The thing is, from Gameweek 30, the fixtures look really nice again for Newcastle. West Ham, Everton, Fulham.
Yeah, just hold on.
I'd want Trippier for those. So
Stupinian is the answer.
See if he's fit. Because if they say, he's going to be back. Also, there's an international break coming at some point as well. So it's just more time to for him to rest.
Get fit.
I think Stupinian is probably the priority, unless Trippier's out for like the season or something.
The same joke keeps getting made, but it keeps making me laugh.
Which one?
My name is Pep, pronounced Stuart.
Brilliant. I did not know his name was Stuart, though, to be fair, Pep Talk. So.
Well, you
learned some things on this stream.
Yeah. Neto was always just a hamstring waiting to happen from Stuart. I didn't say rubbish, I just said they hadn't been Fulham since 2017. I've missed. There's a thread, there's a conversation going on.
Well, it's about Brighton. It's about Brighton and Fulham. We haven't beaten Fulham since 2017 in the Championship. They always thrash us.
Well.
Stats like that, though, were meaningless, aren't they? We lost that game because De Zerbi decided to bench Gross.
Why?
Play Lallana, playing Cisse, who's barely played a minute since that first thing. Play Ferguson, who's completely out of form. The lineup was completely. We played 4 centre backs in that game. Like we were always going to get thrashed.
166 watching. Give the stream a
That's
like.
got to be a record, isn't it, for the stream?
Woo!
166.
Down your beer. No, don't, because it's the last one remaining and you want to enjoy it.
I've drunk most of it. Do you want some?
Legend. Yeah, I will actually.
There's not much left.
You can have some of my Diet Coke if you like.
No.
Also, we'll head off in 10 minutes. So I'll go through these last team IDs. Almost burped.
Whoa!
Oh, goodness. It went so quiet. 1 6 1 2 1 3.
It went so quiet. It's just me and you.
I know you weren't speaking. 64 points. What was the question? Who do I bench if I bring in Solanke?
Oh.
I'd be tempted to make my life feel easier to take out De Bruyne for someone really rubbish.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough.
That is really, really tough.
I mean, you surely have to bench one of the City players.
Yeah, I'd go De Bruyne. Which,
yeah, I think it is De Bruyne. I think if you have to bench one of those,
which feels ridiculous,
I think it has to be De Bruyne because there's no guarantee. He's not 100% going to play, and it's. I mean, that is tough. It's got to be one of those three. I would bench. You can't. I don't think you can bench Foden the way he's playing.
Yeah, and then Chelsea have got Newcastle at home as well.
I wouldn't feel good about it, but yeah, it has to be De Bruyne. I think
that's going to be one of those difficult weeks. Apologies, but yeah, I think De Bruyne. Estupinian. Do we reckon he starts? And by we, I mean do you?
Oh, I was sure he wasn't going to start this week, and he did. We've just lost. Well, we just got thrashed by Fulham, and he played. I think every player on the pitch was rubbish. No, I don't think he does because I don't think he's.
He's not there, is he?
I think De Zerbi played him in the last game, and then is kind of giving him a chance. In the last 2 games, he hasn't delivered. And does he get another chance? I think we've got
a terrible postman.
Yeah, or you say my jokes are bad.
You were like, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. No, I don't think he does play.
Thank you, Az.
I think as well he's up against Elanga on the right. And Elanga is brilliant, and I think he'll choose. Lamptey's a better defender than Estupiñán. So I think he moves Lamptey to left and Veltman comes in at right back. Sorry,
we've just had another really funny comment. From Pep, shoot, I've given away my secret identity. Might as well add I don't even support City.
What? What?
All of the revelations, all the exclusives on this channel,
that is
honestly.
Wild.
Hi guys, team ID, blah blah blah. Would you do KDB to Bowen? Well, hold on a second and we will let you know. Might as well add I don't even. Oh, where am I? Plus use my wildcard this week. Oh wow.
Zibbity. There he is.
Yay, what a strong midfield.
Yeah. KDB to Bowen, yeah. Yeah, I like that move.
Who'd you bench?
You bench Gordon.
Oh yeah, and it's away.
Yeah, that's a nice team. That you
It's a
bring
really nice
in
team.
Doty for a Dogi. Oh, I love that team. Well,
The more I'm seeing teams that are like well set up, it's making me realise how poorly set up I am.
just wildcarded though, to be fair. So you'd expect it to look good, but that is a lovely wildcard team. I really like that.
Yeah.
Keeping De Bruyne on the wildcard was an interesting decision, but I probably would have gone for Bowen, straight away. But fair enough. Why am I snotty?
I don't know. My team ID. Right, we'll do the final two team IDs, and then.
Oh, we can look at Nigel's old.
Oh yeah.
Team as well.
Oh wow, that's such a low team number. 8504871. I told you when I type on here, it reminds me when I worked at the bank.
I can't imagine you working at a bank.
Have I put in the right number? 850.
48. No, you put 4781. 4871.
Long day, guys. All that FPL.
Four minus 8. Everyone's teams are very similar, aren't they? Darwin Morris, and unsure who to bench. Darwin Morris, you bench Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who have you got?
Forest
at home. I mean, Forest are leaky, but I don't see Gross having some massive hole that game week.
Nor do I. You can't bench any of the others, I don't think, unless you want to be brave and go to bench a Foden or a Haaland.
I wouldn't. Not the way Foden's going.
No.
And then Haaland, too risky. I'm too scared not to to captain him, let alone
We're
bench
just not
him.
right at the moment, like Brighton. Like Gross will play, and if he does something, he normally gets a few bonus. But I just wouldn't trust our players. We don't look a very good team. So I think you bench Gross.
This is a lovely comment. Thank you so much to both of you. I joined the live for the first time and subscribed. That's why it's record-breaking audience today. Thank you so much. Please do join more.
Let's see how many we've got.
Harry said the best FPL decision was taking out KDB for Foden a few weeks ago, just after I upgraded Foden to KDB 2 weeks before. You got to know when you've made the wrong move. Don't dwell on it. That's such a good point and something we're guilty of.
Like you with Silver, isn't it?
Oh God, Bernardo Silva though. I keep waiting for that game where he will get a hat trick, and I'll be.
I don't think he ever will. I've never liked him as a pick.
Yeah. Nigel's lost FPL account. 6336.
Romero.
Oh, this feels like nostalgic.
Oh, and look what he said. So when you lost it, Nigel, you were what, 7-1-4?
Wow, in game week 9.
Yeah, and then just that sucks.
That's so frustrating.
Yeah. Oh dear.
What a shame.
That's a shame.
Oh my God, Nigel's comment. Another exclusive. I'm not a crab.
I'm a business consultant. Ralph walks sideways as well. He's been
My
very
dog,
good.
My dog walks
Yeah,
sideways.
he's been very good.
He has his happy legs, doesn't he?
He does.
We kept treading on him today in public because he kept walking under our feet.
Bless him.
He's special.
Yeah.
Niall says, I think it might be a wait and see for Stupinian as they've got Roma this week in Europe, but I wouldn't bring him in. Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
Definitely don't bring him in. I mean, you've got to sell him. He's not going to play, and if he plays in Europe, he's even less likely to start in the league. He's going to prioritise Europe, and to be honest, we're going to get beaten by Roma. Our season's done. Like, it's a real shame. I know our main.
He started off so strong.
I know our main players aren't performing. You know, Ferguson's not playing
You've
well.
had so many injuries.
Stupid, and we've got injuries. You know, Mitoma's out for the season. Yeah, it's a shame, but yeah, we're done. I think.
Parry comes in with the knowledge. Foden always scores versus Liverpool. I know I'm a Liverpool fan. Fair enough. And then the final one, we'll finish off with Jammer. This is for you, as was Lamptey taken off for an injury? Might make Estupinian more nailed.
I don't know.
And with that, we're out.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything reported of a bad injury for him. He's always getting injuries. So if he doesn't play, then obviously Estupinian is more likely to play. But like I said, don't forget Barco. Barco will get a start soon, and he's a left back, so I wouldn't worry too much about Lamptey.
Sorry, Delia. Well, geographically, Brighton is on the beach.
Very good. Yeah.
Love it.
We're not on the beach halfway through the bloody season, but
Oh, Harry's in the chat. Harry, do you know how often we make Ben Mee jokes? Then we're like, oh, Harry. I have a Ben Mee chocolate in my fridge that I was going to eat when he scored this season, and unfortunately, that didn't happen since buying the chocolate.
do you think more people are gonna unmute Harry now that Mee is injured for the season? Because there's gonna be less jokes.
No, more people will mute him. They just want the
They
Mee
just
jokes.
want the Mee jokes. Yeah.
I walk in the
Jokes about you.
In the Brighton game the other week, I put my Ben Mee shirt on.
Yeah.
I was trying to like manifest.
It wasn't the Brighton
goals.
game, Brentford game.
That's the one.
He plays for Brentford, yes.
I've had one sip of beer. He's aware now. We will go. Mark has got his team. We will go in. Oh, we've still got 3 minutes. Ages.
Nice to know you mentioned me.
They just get better each time. Have we got any just thoughts? Oh, just Ariola over Dubravka, very nice. Again, double Arsenal I really like. Van Hexer. Oh, double Brighton. I would sort that out. Midfield I like. Porro obviously injured as well. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I really like that midfield actually.
It's a good team. I think you do.
And then front three fine.
Estupinando Doty would be my move with that.
Easy. Done, guys.
Yep.
Oh, thank you so much for the pound. Super chat, that's the word. Very, very appreciated. Brighton left bank against Elanga and a Forest team that have averaged 1.8 goals per game since New Year's.
Yeah, Elanga's going to tear us apart in that game. I've got absolutely no doubt. I'm terrified of him. He's you know, I had such good success last week picking good players who scored.
That brings us to, Nigel did ask, what are your obscure picks for Gameweek 29 as?
Well,
29.
My obscure pick is Elanga because I
really like
I think Elanga is going to eat us up. And then in 29 he's got the game against Luton. I think Elanga's going to go massively under the radar. I really like him as a pick this week.
I know everyone's against the free hit in 29 because the teams are rubbish, but I'm really excited.
Yeah, free Forest.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Triple Forest, that is the way to win.
Yep.
I think actually we'll end on this note. Don't you want me?
Baby.
I love it. Well, thank you so much everyone for watching. Really appreciate you all joining. And I think this is the biggest stream we've had so far.
Definitely. 160 and like pretty consistent.
It's because absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Absolutely.
We didn't do one last week. Yep. So thank you so much for joining. There will be videos in the week as well, although I'm here, there and everywhere between Essex and here. So I don't know when, but they will be up. I've got the Wildcard video and my team selection. So do subscribe if you haven't already so don't miss those. And we will be back next Sunday, but probably quite late because we've got Mother's Day.
Yep.
So we'll be back for a live stream next Sunday evening. So do subscribe, put the notifications on, join the membership if you would like to. And I will see you in the next video. Any final words? Just a wave.
Just a wave.
See
you later.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
I've just realised my outro's somewhere else because we've moved it. I don't know where it is. Here it is. Bye, guys.
Bye.